Alright, so I'm going to be doing a quick deck profile for Black Mass Saiyan. Not everyone's favourite choice. Everyone seems to go for the Mass Saiyan, but I prefer this guy. He's basically a burst 3, draw a card on the unawakened side. On the awakened side, you get to activate main, burst 3, and then choose a black card at any cost of 3 or more and add it back to your hand. So the idea about this deck is about recycling all your pieces to basically fit whatever you need at the time. So I'll go through the deck profile. We'll start off with 2 double strike champers. It's self-explanatory. The card's great. There's a lot of overwhelming single strike hitters in the deck. So if you ever need to boost them, this card is great. It is mainly mono black. These are the only 2 cards that aren't black in the deck. You don't have any restrictions the same way you do with Demigrass, so you can get away with playing these, so it's great. For 1-drops, I play 3 Black Mass Saiyans for self-awakening purposes, and they're also just a power burst target to get that extra 5k back to your hand when it needs to be. I play a mini Toki Toki engine, just 1 Toki Toki, 2 Cronoa and 1 Kami. With the recent ban list that just came out, I think the UK are affected in it by the 6th of August, I believe. It might be the 9th, one of the 2. I'll be getting rid of these 2 because they're basically they're not needed anymore, and I'll be replacing them with Kami. So I'll be going 3 Kami, 1 Toki Toki, or I might work out balances and put 2 Toki, 2 Kami. I'll work on ratios a bit later on. But they're the 1-drops. Heading on to 2-drops, and mainly the super combos. It's a surprise card time. It's great because this card, the leader bursts and you're quickly overwhelming. By turn 2, you can basically easily activate this, and it's a lifesaver. A little bit of a tech choice because of how the deck runs is Gravy. This fits in perfectly with recycling what you need to grab. So if you need to grab anything really that's only cost 3 or more, you can do this, combo with it, or play it in an attack, and you get to mill 2 black battle cards from the warp back into your drop area, and it works really good. You can burst, well, you can swing, combo, burst 2 back in from the warp, and then pick up one of them cards after you've bursted that you actually need back. One of the main draw engines of the deck is Time Regulator. It speaks for itself recently. I think every black deck wants to fit these in. Anytime you overwhelm, well, once per turn when you overwhelm, you can put at least 1 black battle card to the bottom of your deck and then draw. There's a couple of spicy ways you can do this, where Time Patrol Trunks, you can overwhelm, look at the top 2. If you want both of them, this card's going to get you both of them, so you just put that second card that you don't choose back on top of the deck. His auto kicks in, grab that card. Or if you have multiple copies of these and you play a Scientist Fu, you draw 2 off Fu, and then all the draw effects of these, so you can potentially draw up to 5, which is always great. Go on to 3s. I do a couple of 1-offs. I do like my 1-offs. So I play 1 Deadly Defender, 1 Ravager Vegeta, 2 Time Patrol Trunks, and 3 Black Mass Saiyans and Devastators. Now, a lot of people ask why I play this. It's not for its auto. It's for a 4-drop card that can get him out, and you can't argue with a 19k critical. If you need to be, you can go less overround with this and secure the 15 Saiyans between you and your opponent, but I don't use it for that card. It is literally a 19k crit. The Vegeta is it's a 15k crit that mills itself, so if you need to just make a quick play and it bursts 3 back into your drop area, it basically sets up your next plays. This guy, if I'm getting overrun or I'm getting aggroed, I'll use Gravy to put him back in the drop, activate his main, get him back, play him. It's just to like kind of take that hit. This guy is before switch top 2, pick one. Don't have to show your opponent, it's not specific. Put the other one on the top or bottom of the deck, depending on me, if you want it or not. We'll go to 4s. I think the deck is surrounded by 4s, yeah. So another tech choice is Black Mass Saiyan Splintered Mind. Bardock Awakened Instincts. I play 3 of the Beguiled Warrior, I don't know how you pronounce that. And Power Over Scene Time. Power Over Scene Time helps you, again, recycle with the aim of the deck. Tap 2, overround 4, grab a battle card back from your from your warp. It's also a target for this activate main. So you can, again, fit in with recycling. If this is in the warp and it's not in the drop, that's where Gravy comes in, put it in the drop. Overwhelm, get what you need back. Your main targets for this is either going to be any of the big hitters that you want to take out. Double strike champers, that's a target. But you may want super combos. You want to recycle the super combos. This card I love. Like, it's one of my favourites from the anniversary box. But you overround 4, tap 1. When you play this card, as long you can play a card with masked in its name, so the top bit, so it has masked in it, with energy cost of 5 or less. All the targets in this deck is the 4-drop, the 3-drop, and the 1-drop if needs be. But then you've also got the 5-drop, which is your main target. It's great. You don't get the overarm effect of the card that you're playing, but a 20k double striker on board for 1 energy with a 15k that comes with it. Too strong. This one is just a overarm 4, draw 2, drop 1. It works well in this leader. You can draw 2, drop 1. If you want that card back, activate his main to burst 3. Get that card you've just done 3. And if you've got time regulator on the field at the same time, you get to draw an extra card. Really, really good draw power in this. This card, again, this brings out this. The auto of this isn't when it's played with overarm. It isn't an overarm card, but you get to warp one of your opponent's cards for its first auto when it comes into play, and it's no cost. So it's like a little mini 5-drop Fu engine. But the auto of this on the Spartan 7 is when it attacks. Yeah, when this card attacks, if my leader card is black, I can choose 2 of my life and send them to my warp, and then send one of my opponent's life to the warp. It's a Spartan 7 card, so you have to set up the board, set up your drop area quite well. But it's caught a lot of the people out that I've played because you can go really early on aggro, and a lot of people will just take it, and it's a lot of 20k double strikers, and you just bump them up by 5. And then you get them down to 1. I managed to get a couple of people in play testing down to 2 life on turn 2, turn 3, push through for 1 more life. Overarm this guy out, take 2 of my life, their last life's gone. GG. I'm still debating whether to keep it in or not though. I do like that little bit of spice, but after the first game, a lot of people cotton on and they go, oh, well, I'm not going to let you go to one life again. For 5 drops, I play 2-dimensional Banisher Foos. Great card. Warp any card that you want. It comes in clutch in a lot of the green Broly matchups. I think that's where it's got a popularity again. And I play 3 Mass Saiyan and the Mysterious Warrior. Great against skillless. clears the board. It's probably going to sacrifice itself if you're going to get rid of the Kid Goku and Android 8 at the same time, but 9 times out of 10 that's actually worth it. And again, it's a target for that 4-drop overall. Anything higher, I play 1 Scientist Fu and 1 Demigra. Demigra for the late game. A lot of people probably knows that I'll play this in most decks that I can. But again, I don't care where this card goes. If people, people will chuckle when you mill it or get sent to the warp, but they forget that I can get it back. I'll gravy it back into the drop. I'll activate main and add it back to my hand. And it's like, who's laughing now? The same with the Fu. If you play this Fu with time regulator, the more you've got of them on the field, the more your cards you're going to draw. It's a 25k double strike for 1 energy. It's insane. A little bit of tech choice. I've hit 1 top plot. The main target being mainly the double strike trunks. Play this for 4. If play a card with energy cost of 4 less from your drop. If it has overwhelm, you get to untap 3 energy. So you're effectively playing on turn 4 1 energy for this card. And if I've run out of recycling, like so if I've run out of gravies, at least I can know I can get this back on the field. This is probably going to get KO'd at some point. It goes to the drop area, activate main, get that back to hand, start recycling again. If I want to, I can bring out the gravy from the warp back to hand, and then start the little chain if I need to again. I play 2 crack in space time. Any black Saiyan Neela's going to have these in. No doubt about it. It's always going to. Skills is going to have it. This is going to have it. The main deck that's going to have it is going to be Mass Saiyan. The double strike crit one. It's far too good. And then there's 4 power bursts. All the targets you've got for the 1-drops. Negate the attack. Get a 1-drop black card back to your hand. There's an extra 5k piece. It does come in clutch. It has came in clutch for me sometimes when you're finishing out the game. Yeah, cheers.